and welcome back to Cram Farms. Earlier this week I shared on our Facebook group that I had made almond milk. Here it is right here. And it was so incredibly simple, and some of you wanted to know how, so that's what I'm going to show you right now. So you really aren't going to believe how simple this is. To start, you need a 1 quart mason jar and 1 cup of almonds and some water. We'll get that out of my Berkey in just a minute. So you're just going to put 1 cup of almonds. I already measured these out. In your jar. All right, and then most, your mason jars have measurements on the side here. So 8 ounces, 1 cup of almonds. And then I'm going to go over to my Berkey. And we're going to fill this up with water. Almonds, water. All I'm going to do from here is cover it up with, this is just a washcloth that I use like for my kombucha. A washcloth and a rubber band. And then I'm going to let this sit on the counter until tomorrow. That's it for right now. And then I'll see you back tomorrow. All right, so we're back and the almonds have sat. This is what they look like now. They're still in the jar. All right, so we're just going to dump the almonds through the strainer, and we're just going to give them a really good rinse. And then I rinse my jar out. All right, so this, now if you hear baby chicks in the background, we got baby chicks today. So this is the hardest part of the whole thing, I feel like. You're gonna take your almond now, and you're just gonna kind of squeeze it, and the peel will come off. And then you take that almond and put it back in the jar. So, I think it just makes your almond milk creamier. I feel like this is the secret if you want really creamy almond milk. So here I've got another cup that I'll put my shells in, and we'll just do this. So you might be wondering, like, why did you go through all that time to make your own almond milk? Well, if you look at how much you pay for a good quality almond milk in the store, the cost comparison cannot be matched here. All I used was 1 cup of almonds. Now you can buy your almonds in bulk, which is what I did, and that makes your price a lot cheaper, because then all you're using is water after that. If you are looking at your almond milks in the store, you're going to see lots of like, they use gums and things for, to help with like emulsifying so it doesn't separate. I mainly use my almond milk here for like a smoothie, or I've made like chia seed pudding, and I use it in that. And so the consistency to me is fine. They also make nut bags where you can strain this when you're done. I didn't feel the need to do that with mine, and it has been just fine. So I'm just going to go through this, get all of these peeled off really quickly, and then I'll show you the next part. I don't think it really matters how long you let these soak. I would say, I mean, you don't want them to start like molding or anything. So what I did was, as long as you soak them overnight, they're okay. So I put these in yesterday evening, and then, it's like almost 2 o'clock today, and I'm doing them. You want the nuts, this one's tougher than some. You want the nuts just to soften up enough so that when you go to blend it up, it blends very easily. So you just want to give your nuts enough time to sit, and so at least overnight in the jar in the water. And then before I went to bed last night, I just gave them a stir around with my wooden spoon before I went to bed. Other than that, they sat on the counter with the cloth on top of them, and they were fine. So you might think this is kind of tedious. This is the tedious part, but really all I do is just kind of squeeze, and the almond comes out. I mean, every once in a while you might get one that's a little more tough to get out, but for the most part, they just peel right off. I just kind of hold it between my thumb and my pointer and kind of just squeeze. And there it is. Pops right out. Let's talk about the almond milk you would buy at the store. It's probably going to last a little bit longer than this does. This will last me about, I don't know, 3 to 5 days in the fridge. What you buy at the store is also going to be a lot more convenient because you're not taking the time. But this is so simple. It really doesn't take that long to, I mean, once you put them in the water and soak, that's just no time at all. Then, the most time you spend is taking the skin off of the almond, and then you're gonna let the blender do the rest of the work for you. So it's really not that tough. The other good thing is that you could flavor this. Like if you wanted chocolate almond milk, if you wanted it to be like vanilla flavored, you could do all of that after you've made your almond milk, and it's not gonna be a bunch of fake additives. So, I mean, use your real cacao or cocoa powder. If you wanted chocolate, you could use real vanilla extract that you've made, or you can buy pure vanilla from the store. But either of those will help you to then flavor your almond milk in a way that's still going to give you something that's really simple ingredients. I mean, when we finish this, it's going to be water and almonds. That's it. And then if I wanted to add something else, I could, but you're not going to find any emulsifiers or any thickening agents or anything like that in here because I don't need it. I'm making it fresh. It's not going to be sitting on the store shelf for who knows how long. And then we're going to use it up pretty quickly here, which is why I also like that I can make, you know, small batches at a time. From a cost perspective, I was spending over $6 for a good quality almond milk. I was buying milk because it has nothing in it. It's the purest thing that I can find in the grocery store. And actually I can't even find that here at my grocery store. I have to go to the city, which is like an hour and a half away, to find that. So it's not really convenient for me to get that. It's also a lot more expensive. This, like I was saying, by buying the nuts in bulk, it's going to cost me a lot less. And you can buy nuts in bulk at places like Costco and Sam's Club or BJ's wholesale, places like that. But there's also like those wholesale, like As Your Standard is a great company that you can buy a lot of bulk food from. We've looked at nuts in bulk before and ordered larger quantities of nuts from there. And then the other place I was thinking of was like your Mennonite or Amish communities. A lot of times they might have like a bulk store and you could get nuts from there. I know ours, the one closest to us, if they don't have something in stock that you want, they can order it. So that's an option for you too, to allow you to get these for cheaper. And then it really does make your prices drop tremendously, because out of the bag of almonds that I have, I can make so many things of almond milk. The exact same amount I'm making here is what I would buy at the store and pay $6. The huge bag of almonds that I bought were like $12, $13. So, and I'm gonna get tons of almond milk out of that. So it's saving me money. Just making 2 batches of almond milk will pay for itself and what I would spend at the store. All right, I have finished all of my almonds. Here are the skins. And then I do give everything another rinse in my jar. I just rinse it all out. Just if there are any little spare skins or whatever, I rinse it all out in here. At this point, you can kind of see if you missed a skin or something and you wanted to get it off, you could see that then too. All right, so I dumped my almonds in, and then I'm just gonna put in 4 cups of water. So a quart of water. The Vitamix is just what I have because we make my daughter's tube feeds for her, she's G-tube fed, and it purees everything perfectly. It's a high power blender, but I know there are others, and I don't know if a regular blender will do it. I think you need something that's gonna have a lot of power, but you could try it and let me know. Just like I have never done this by leaving the skins on, I've always taken the skins off. So you could try it with them on and see if you like that almond milk as well. You probably would have to strain it at that point. So all I'm gonna do now is turn on the Vitamix, and you're gonna see this turn into almond milk very quickly. gonna just pour our almond milk in. Woo, it's up to the top. Another thing is if you don't like, it'll have a little bit of a nutty pulp in there if you don't strain it. If you want to get rid of that, I just use a strainer and some cheesecloth, and you can just strain your almond milk through. They also have like nut bags, they're called, where you can strain it through. But this will make your almond milk much thinner, and you won't have that little bit of like kind of a pulp. Okay, so after you're straining, you'll see that this is kind of like what you have left if you decide to strain it, kind of like the pulp from the almond. And then you'll see that your almond milk from below is much thinner in consistency. So it's really whatever your preference is. I don't care because I'm using it in a smoothie, so I'll use it without straining it. But if you're going to use it in something like cereal, or if you're going to be drinking it, you might want to strain it. That is what fresh almond milk looks like, and it's so quick. So leave a comment below, let me know, are you gonna try this? It is so easy. Water and almonds is all I did in this, and now we have fresh almond milk. Thanks so much. Don't forget to hit subscribe if you haven't already. Like our video, and we'll see you next time right here at Cram Farms.